What's good, YouTube? So today we got a story time. Let me just make sure this is recording before I start the whole story. Alright, for sure. So today we got a story time. So not no vlog on this one, we got a story time. I'm about to tell y'all some juicy stuff that happened to me in high school. And at the time I was like, this is so scary, and I was so worried about the situation, but now that I look back on it, it's just weird and stupid. But it actually is some juicy stuff, so let me tell you what happened. And if you like this story time, if you want to hear more, because I have way crazier. This is like on a level 1 story, but I could bring it to a 10, y'all. So give me that like if you like that story time. Don't forget to subscribe, turn my post notifications on. More and more videos are going to be posted, and I swear it's going to get better and better. So yeah, just get that subscribe, hit that subscribe. Oh my gosh, y'all.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Teach me how to talk. Alright, so this story time starts when I'm like a sophomore, junior in high school. I don't know. My whole high school years, to me, all seems like it's jammed together in one like big series of events. I couldn't even tell you what year's what. But sometime in my high school years, this happened, right? It was like when Snapchat was a thing. It was all popping, and I had probably made a Snapchat like a couple months prior. It wasn't like I had Snapchat and I knew how everything worked and I knew everything. It was like when Snapchat started to be popping and everyone was hitting everyone up on Snapchat, and that's when it started. All the problems of people sending people nudes on Snapchat and their nudes getting exposed, and that was a big thing in my weird high school. They like to expose everyone's nudes and all types of stuff because kids in high school are ruthless, and we all just need to grow a bigger heart. But yeah, so I got a friend request on Snapchat, and it was like a normal name. I don't remember even exactly what it was, but let's just say like Nick Smith, right? So it just said Nick Smith, right? And then back in the day, before, you know, all the Snapchat updates, y'all youngins probably don't even remember this. It used to like say who was the person's best friend before you added them. Like you could see their best friends was, let's say, Katie, Joanna, and Katrina. You will get to see like who's their top best friend and everything. So on this person, it was this girl that I knew that actually played on the Stalked team with me. And I knew her, and I recognized the name and the person's Snapchat, so I was like, okay, this must be someone I know. Let's just call this girl, let's just use Katie that I threw out there earlier. So Katie, right? So he had added Katie too, and Katie was his best friend. Like they've been Snapchatting back and forth, so I was like, okay, it must be someone from the school. Like I obviously don't know everyone's Snapchat name, so whatever, right? I added them. It was probably like a week that went by. I didn't get a message from the person or whatever. That's like common. Okay, so I was like, whatever, right? So then about a week later, I got a message from that person every day consistently for a week that just said hi, 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 like 4 to 5 times a day. And I didn't know who the person was, and they didn't put nothing on Snapchat, so at first I wasn't replying. And then by like the end of the week, I was like, okay, like this is hey so many times. I want to know who this person is, right? So I messaged them, and I keep saying like, okay, who's this? Like, if you want to say hi, like, who's this? I don't even know who I'm talking to. So they're like, oh, you know me? I just seen you in 6th period. And I was like, okay. So I started naming people in 6th period who I think it was, who I'm like friends or acquaintances with, who may have added me, or I may have given them my Snapchat. So I'm like naming people, and then there's someone in the class, and they were like, yeah, that's me, right? Let's say the person's name is John, right? They're like, yeah, I'm John. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I talked to him like, how are you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't reply. It's the end of the conversation. It's just like a normal conversation. How are you? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's it. So then that ends, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But then later that night, they message me, and they say, send nudes. I said, I don't know who you think I am, John. Like, I don't know what you think this is, but there is no way at all you're getting nudes. Like, ew, bye, boy. like, get out my face, whatever, right? So then he's like, oh, it's not John anyways, I'm someone from your school, I know all your classes, I know how to get to you, and I'm very good at photoshopping, like, you better send me nudes, I'm counting to 5 and you better send me them. And then it goes, and then he really starts sending 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so petty and dumb, and I'm like, but in my mind, I like, in high school, I was always shy and quiet, and I never thought no one really knew who I was. So I was just kind of like, what the heck, like, why is this person doing this to me? And I never really, like, I was always so embarrassed about stuff, you know how you are in high school, so I never even told anyone that this person was messaging me. So I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what they're gonna do, what they're gonna tell people. But then I just let it go, and 5 ended, and he didn't do nothing. So I was like, okay, like, whew. Thank God, like, I'm good for now. Okay, so then the next days prior, he messages me every day, and he's like, okay, fine, you didn't do it in the 5 seconds, that makes sense, but I'll give you a week. You have a week to send them to me, or I'm telling this secret to everyone, and I know something about you. And I already knew. I was like, I don't have no big secrets, but I was still like, I don't want rumors to be spread about me. I don't want all this drama. Like, it's high school. I don't even like high school. I'm just trying to get through and get done and move on with my life, whatever, because my high school was weird. So I was like, okay. So then every single day they messaged me like, are you going to send them now? Are you going to send them now? I never replied. But as it started getting closer to Friday, they started sending me weird stuff and like all these threatening messages. And I was actually super scared, but I was still so embarrassed because I'm stupid and I didn't tell anyone. But still more and more weird, like nasty stuff and like more and more stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And once it hit Thursday, they sent me something and they said, oh, I'm a professional at photoshopping. I could photoshop your face onto whatever body and everyone's gonna think you send me nudes tomorrow and all this stuff. And I was so scared, but there was still no way I was gonna tell anyone that about it, and there was no way I was gonna send nudes. That's like the dumbest thing. Like, yeah, let me send you some and you're gonna post them. I wouldn't send them anyways, but that's ridiculous. Like, what a great pickup line. I don't know why guys do psychotic things. But so then I was thinking of that girl. The reason I didn't originally talk to that girl was because what do you call it? Was because we weren't really that good of friends. It was kind of iffy. Like, I felt like we kind of didn't like each other. It was kind of weird. So I was like, whatever, okay? So then that moved on, but then we had a game. So I was like, okay, I'm really scared he's going to post something crazy tomorrow. So I finally talked to her. I was like, hey, Katie, like, this person added you. Do you know what it was? And come to find out, he was doing the same exact thing to her. He wasn't even friends with her. She had no idea who he was. And he was trying to get nudes out of her the whole entire time. Because that's how dogs are. Not even dogs. That's how pervs are. Weirdos. Like, it was so weird. And she told me that. So then she, at the time, told her mom. And we teamed up. And the mom, like, talked to the school or talked to him, and it all ended up stopping. But during that week, I felt so tortured. Every time I would get a Snapchat message, I would be like, oh my gosh, and I was like so worried. And that's, you know, everyone was creating all these pages on Instagram, like thoughts of whatever, so and so high school, and like so many people were getting exposed. I was like, great, this person's gonna put this fake page on me, and there's already all this drama with my ex that I could talk about. Like this video if you want to hear that crazy story. That one's actually crazy. This was like a 1, that one's like a 10. So yeah, like this story, give it a thumbs up. That's the time I got stalked and basically played in high school, and I was super scared. Well, not played, but like my feelings were played with. So yeah, that's the time I got stalked in high school. Throughout that whole week, he was texting me too, like, I see you right now, I see you right now. And it was so scary, guys. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. I was like, I don't know when he's gonna drop something, and I was so worried. And I had that feeling in my stomach, and I was like, especially because I was so shy, and I was already like a nervous person in high school. I hate myself, but I was. So yeah, guys, that's the story about when I was stalked in high school. Give this video a thumbs up. Like I already said, don't forget to subscribe and stay here for more videos. I got some juicy stuff coming for you. Alright, y'all, peace.